The most important concepts to understanding ICT trading. That's what this video is about. Many people think it's absolutely just complex trying to understand ICT, and I must admit it actually is. But these are the key concepts that you need to know. Alright, let's go through the charts. Okay, cool. So there's a couple of concepts right here. I'm gonna name 7, and with these 7, once you have a key understanding of these 7 concepts, trading should be a lot easier. And these concepts are probably the most important one. We have market structure, and we're gonna go through these, don't worry, we'll go through these. Market structure, cool. So we've got market structure. You've then got power of 3. This is one that I don't think people talk about as much as they should. I think it's a lot of the reasons why people go wrong when it comes to learning ICT trading. Power of 3. We then have order blocks, and these are going to include many different types of order blocks, to be fair. So we have mitigation blocks, and honestly, I'm not gonna go through and tell you what all of these things do. I'm gonna, of course, give you examples of them within the context of what I can see on the chart or what I trade. The best thing you can do is type in each one of these individually, right? And watch an ICT video on these specific concepts. The reason why is, alright, what you're trying to learn is a new language. Before you understand a new language, it's like anything. It's like, who remembers being a baby trying to learn English, or whatever language was your first language that you learned? You first need to understand, of course, the words, but what are within those words? Letters. We need to sound out those letters. We need to understand the pronunciation of those letters, whether it be A for A, B for B. But yeah, so the letters then lead to words. The words lead to sentences. The sentences lead to paragraphs, and the paragraphs leads to an entire story, and that's when you have the narrative of price. So these are the letters needed, right, to understand the words, sentences, so on, so forth. Daily, weekly, monthly, mate. There you go. Right, okay, so order blocks. What is also within the order blocks? You have mitigation blocks. There's 3. There's rejection blocks, we also have propulsion blocks. Okay. And these, they all have their own level of importance that you'll find. Okay. And then the last one. So there's 7, we only done 3. Alright, cool. So we also have liquidity, very important. And when I say liquidity, what type of liquidity do I mean? There's 2 types, right? I'm trying to simplify it for you because it's so complex, right? I'm trying to simplify it very quickly, right? There's liquidity. You have internal and external. Now, internal liquidity could be things such as session highs, session lows. Okay, and this could also be so within your session highs and lows, you may have you can have equal highs, equal lows, liquidity pools, short-term trend lines, things like that. Right? Okay, cool. That's internal. We'll get into that, but just so we understand the difference, then external liquidity is going to be things like your daily highs and lows, your weekly highs and lows, your monthly highs and lows. Okay? Okay. So, why are these so important? Because this is where price is going to be drawn to. Price is drawn towards liquidity. If it's not drawn towards liquidity, then the other thing it will be drawn towards are the next thing that we're going to be going through, which are imbalances, or as ICT will call them, fair value gaps, FVGs. FVG, you want a FVG? Sorry. Okay. Can F with him if you F with me. Alright, cool, sorry. FVG, because that's fair value gaps, right? Okay. All these things are very important. Once you have a key understanding of all of these things, trading will become a lot easier. Maybe. Understanding what the chart is about to do, predicting price, which is what we're trying to do here, predict the next move. This is a lot easier once you understand these things here. Okay, cool. The next one that we've got on our list is daily buys. And people think, oh yeah, daily buys, daily buys. Right, we are, or we're trying to be. There's different classifications of traders, of course. You have your scalper, your day trader, intraday trader, your swing trader, your position holder, right? Understanding a daily bias is literally what is the daily candle going to close like. Do you understand what the next daily candle, how it is going to print? Simple. If you don't understand that, then I think this is where a lot of people get it confused. If you don't understand that, then the next thing you need to go through is your session bias. If you don't have a daily bias, your session bias, right? And the reason why session bias is so important is because you may not have a daily bias, but you may know that next draw on liquidity, right? Intraday, you can trade that if you have a good understanding of it. We're going to go through all of these things, right? With your power of 3, you have, of course, your, I can't be asked to write the long words, AMD, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, right? But these things happen on the daily, weekly, monthly, even the yearly, right? But we're day traders, so we want to understand AMD, accumulation, manipulation and distribution, between the sessions of Asia, London and New York. Okay. So these are the key things we have right here. Why are these things so important? Without them, trading becomes difficult. in my opinion. Trading becomes difficult, in my opinion. Alright, now let's go through them, slowly but surely. Let's go through them. Now, within market structure, there's one thing I want you to understand. Your dealing range, so important. Like I said, I am not going to go through these things individually. Go and watch an ICT video on all of these different things and learn. That's what the content is there for. I'm not going to, redo his content, mate. It's not what I'm here to do. It's been done by the expert, by the encyclopedia. So read the encyclopedia, mate. This is just a guide. This is a glossary of the encyclopedia. There you go. That's what I might call this video, actually. The glossary encyclopedia to ICT. Maybe not. Sounds a bit long-winded, but there you go. Okay. This is everything you need to know. Once you understand these things, trading becomes a lot simpler. Right, now there's 3 indicators I have on my charts. You can probably see them there. These indicators just help me see things a lot clearer. So the first one is FEGs. Sam Nephew, if that's the guy who created them, don't know. Brilliant design, love it. Shows me FEGs on every single time frame, even some of the small ones that you wouldn't see. We then have our kill zones. It shows me Asia, London and New York, and the transitional period between London and New York. Love it, because time is so important. And the reason why time is so important, this is why I've put the sessions here, because once you understand power of 3 on via the sessions, so just think, there's 3 sessions in a day. You have Asia, you have London, you have New York. If power of 3 is happening on those 3 sessions, you only want to be trading that distribution, right? So you should, the idea is to mark out the other 2 sessions as A and M, and then trade the D. Pause. But there you go. Why for that? That's fire, man. Man said trade the D. What are we? Yeah, man. Anyway. So, what are some of the setups that I like to see? Let's go through it. Let me show you. So, some of the setups I like to see are... Let's go to this daily. By the way, I trade gold. Yeah, I trade gold. I know. So, oh yeah, and my last indicator is it shows me all of the liquidity, all of the external liquidity anyway. So it shows me daily highs, daily lows, monthly highs, monthly lows, weekly highs, weekly lows, and it also shows me the weekly open price. It's put here as close because of course it's the last week's close will be this week's open, right? And it also shows me the monthly open as well. And it also shows me the daily open, but it's set for GMT. I don't know if I can change that to... Let me see if I can change that. I'll do it later. But if I can change this daily close from GMT to New York, then that would be amazing, wouldn't it? Alright, cool. So, just show you how I would find some trades, right? Okay, cool. So, I don't trade Monday most of the time. Sometimes, maybe, might trade it on Monday if it looks nice. Let's just go through the last week. Okay, cool. So you can see prices dropped. How are we getting involved? How are we getting involved? Order blocks. Bearish order block beats the low. Fair value gap. Mitigation block beats the low. Retracement, fair value gap. Mitigation block. Breaker structure. Retracement beats the low. Okay, so yeah, might be getting somewhere here. Okay, I could just be talking a whole load of nonsense right now. Obviously we're bearish on gold currently, right? Why are we bearish? Because price is dropping, mate. What does that mean? That means that they're selling gold. What am I looking for? Sells on gold. Where am I looking to sells on gold to currently? The fair value gap. Inefficiency in price, which is right here. Absolutely bait, mate. It's so bait. You know what I mean? Look at that. Massive efficiency right there. Inefficiency, I should say. What do we also have? We also have this order block right here. Lovely, lovely order block. If I could just find the correct tool, that would help, wouldn't it? So we have a lovely order block right here. What you could also call a last down close candle, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Okay, so we've got an order block right here. Okay, so essentially they need to come and close some of these short positions, because of course they sold before they bought, which means they're going to be in drawdown right here on this. I don't know, was it like probably like 2 weeks worth of price, maybe? Yeah, 2 weeks worth of price right there, mate. You see that? So that's where we'll be selling to next week. Okay, how we're going to look for sales? See how Sunday opens and then sell off, mate. Very simple. Alright, so you might see me actually putting some live trades next week, maybe demo trade, who knows. See how the channel goes, but hopefully what I've told you is a very good guide to ICT's concepts. Market structure, power of 3, order blocks. Those are the 3 order blocks. Well, those are the 3 different types of order blocks outside of the main order block. Understand all 4. Liquidity, internal, external, imbalances, and your daily bias or session bias. I'll be honest, you know what, I probably even shouldn't have put daily bias in there, you know. Let me tell you why. Because daily bias, it is like a word or a sentence, it's not a letter, right? And you need to learn the letters first. So we're just gonna go with these for now. It's not 7, it's 6. Okay, cool. It's the first video, man. Let me off. We'll get there. But hopefully this has helped. And yeah, you might see me implement and apply some of these things into charts so you can see how we actually use them. Until then, signing out. It has been P Major Paul. Yeah, man.